In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a custom fin guide. More specifically, this particular rocket has 3 fins on it, but what I want to do is I want to make holes for the altimeter compartment, but I want to have 4 holes. So this is the same problem of fins, as I want to have 4 equally spaced holes around the outside of this particular body tube. You see this body tube has an opening and the altimeter goes inside. The altimeter is just simply wrapped in a piece of Kevlar, and it just goes inside like that. But what I want to do is put the vent holes in here so that the air pressure can equalize between the inside of the payload and the outside of the payload. This is really easy to do. I need 4 equally spaced holes. I don't know if there's a specific number, but 4 is pretty good. But I need something similar to this fin guide. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to take a piece of this streamer material. I use this for a lot of different things. I'm going to cut it to about 4 inches, big enough to wrap around the body tube. So this is real easy. I'm just going to place a mark about a ½ inch down on one piece. So all I did was just put a small little mark there, real easy to do. Now I'm going to put a piece of tape on this to hold it. So I want to take this and I want to wrap it around the body tube. I'm going to do that at a slight angle. Rather than having it completely straight, it's going to be a little bit of an angle like this. The reason is I want to overlap this like this. And I can barely see the mark on the first piece. So you see the piece on the bottom has the mark, piece on the top. I'm just going to mark this as well. And of course the reason I do that with that little bit of overlap is to make sure that I don't start marking on the tube. Okay. So now the easy part is simply take this off and I'll just measure this. This distance, and it's easier working millimeters, you see is 80 millimeters. Well, this makes it real easy. I want to put 4 holes in this upper body tube, and 4 holes, 4 divided by 80 is 20. So I make a mark at 20, another mark at 40, a mark at 60. And now I have my fin marking guide, or alternatively the guide for marking where I want to put the altimeter holes. So I just take the pencil and say, okay, I have the guide. Now I need to put the guide, there's a bottom component here too, so I need to make this at least about 1 inch up, somewhere around this point right here. So I want to put this on here, and now I want to make this straight. And a piece of tape here. This is overlapping onto one of the next marks. I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. Okay. So now we have this, and since this rotates around, it doesn't really matter what alignment this has. And this is 4 holes. The lug is here. Got the 3 fins back there. There's really no requirement to how the holes are going to line up. So I'll just simply put a little pencil mark next to them. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I have the 4 holes. And for these 4 holes, I'm just going to simply put a hole in them with a drill. I don't need to do this on camera, but you can see the idea of making a custom fin guide is really easy. In this case, I'm not using fins, but I need to use holes. And I can see that the bulkhead underneath comes up to right about there. So this is a pretty good space for this. If you're making a custom rocket, in this case I have 3 fins, but what if you want to make it a 4-fin rocket? Say, well, I just want to put 4 fins on instead. In one case, I put a different set of fins on a rocket. I made 6 fins. So I just made a 6-fin guide, which is also very, very easy to do. So again, you can put as many fins on a rocket, or if you want to space out holes for the altimeter, it's real easy. Just go ahead and make a simple guide of any type of simple streamer material, and you're all set. So go ahead and make your holes, make them nice and even, and make your rockets look good.